The Arkansas CW presents Do the Ozarks, featuring the Arkansas CW crew, powered by McClarty Daniel.
Well, what are the items in the fourth floor? Like, say, these not scary at all doll houses.
Yeah.
Like, what are these? Are these?
These are all artifacts that have been donated. And we have a lot of different things. The doll houses. This one was actually built by a local nurse here in town. These have all been on display at one time or another, and then for various reasons, they've been in storage. So sometimes at Christmas time, the doll houses come back up.
Right.
This one was donated by the St. Scholastica sisters. And they did this, and so we've brought this out. But third and fourth both house artifacts and for storage, and then we rotate them out as we can. And they're large pieces up here. And
so none of them have like a terrifying, like, this was donated from the school that burned down in the 1800s.
Well, it's possible, but that kind of information typically you have to go look up.
Sure.
And so I don't know all that off the top of my head. But there was one other instance up here, and this was also early on, that there was a paranormal group, and I had at that point not participated in anything like that. And so they had divining rods and asked me if I wanted to do anything. I said, sure, you know. So anyway, the idea, and you may have done these, I don't know, but the idea is that you ask yes or no questions, and you instruct at the beginning that the rods turn, say, to the right for no and to the left for yes, that kind of thing. So anyway, I asked, you know, if there was somebody here, and yes, there was. And was it a male? Yes, it was a male. Were you an employee of the hardware store? Because, like I said, this was originally built as a hardware store. Yes, he was. Well, I said, were you an employee of Atkinson Williams? And he said no. I thought, okay. So I said, were you an employee of Spear Hardware, which is no relationship to me? But and he said no, and I thought, well, okay, either I don't know what I'm doing or he doesn't know when he worked here, because those questions don't jive. Well, later on I found out that there is a time period that it is only Williams Hardware. Well, I didn't ask him if he was an employee of Williams Hardware. So I didn't have my information right. So I'm assuming that if he was an employee and he didn't work for those two hardware stores, then he worked here when this was Williams Hardware. So I think I was wrong. I think he was probably right.
I just think you were brave. You just described having a conversation with a ghost, and you're like, hey, I was like, did you work here? No. I would have.
And that was on this floor. That
Wow.
was, you know, which is to me the least scary. I don't get the same kind of feelings on this floor as myself and others have experienced on other floors. But this is the floor where I've probably had the most interaction.
Well, I mean, like I say, you're very brave for being up here. Are you the only one that has had a reported sighting up here?
Up here, I think so. I think there are some other experiences up here. And again, some of it is just kind of feelings.
Sure.
Some of different people feel different ways.
Oh, yeah.
And if it scares them, they don't want to stay around.
Oh,
so,
yeah, no.
And we don't make anybody. I mean, if there's somebody who says, I don't want to go work up there because of whatever, I mean, it's okay.
Well, you got to watch out for the lazy ones. Like, no, I don't want to dust it up there. I'm scared.
Yeah, I don't think you could dust this place. That would be impossible.
All right.
The Arkansas CW presents Do the Ozarks, featuring the Arkansas CW crew, powered by McClarty Daniel.